We've got these biological beasts, namely ourselves. We're running around, presumably when we're getting this stuff in its primitive form, we're running around in northern Europe, perhaps not far from here, and we've got consciousness and intentionality, which we share with lower animals, but also we've got meaning, convention, and syntax, and that gives us an enormous power. Now, the power is not just the power to communicate complex thoughts, but it gives us the power to create a kind of reality that other animals do not have, and I want now to say something about that. Typically, speech acts represent reality in one or the other of the most famous directions of fit. The aim of statements like perception is to represent how things are. They have what I call the mind-to-world direction of fit. The contents of the mind are supposed to fit reality, and to the extent that they do, we say they're true or false. The test for the mind-to-world direction of fit, the simplest test, is can you say literally that it's true or false? The upward direction of fit, which you get with commissives and directives, with promises, vows, threats, and pledges on the one hand, and orders, commands, and requests on the other. The aim there is not to represent how things are, but to change reality by getting reality to match the content of the speech act, to match the content of the representation. They have the world-to-word direction of fit. But now here's an amazing fact, and I don't know of any communication system other than the human that has this, and that is that we have a capacity to create a reality by representing that reality as existing. The most famous examples of these were in Austin's discussion of performatives, where you can make something the case by saying that is the case. The chairman can adjourn the meeting by saying the meeting is adjourned. War can be declared by the appropriate authorities saying war is declared. And you can even perform other speech acts by declaring yourself to be performing them. You can make a promise by saying, I promise. These speech acts have both directions of fit. They make something the case by representing it as being the case. They make it the case and thus achieve the upward or world-to-mind direction of fit. But they change reality, they bring it about that change by representing reality as having been so changed. They make it the case that war is on, that you are husband and wife, that you have received a piece of property, that Barack Obama is the President of the United States, that I'm a professor at the University of California in Berkeley. All of those facts are created by speech acts that have this form. And I have a name for those. I call them declarations. Human institutional civilization is created entirely by a certain class of declarations, where you make something the case by representing it as being the case.